can't be in here without recording.
Oh, why is that?
You can't be in here recording. This is private property.
Well, isn't there a California state office in here?
Not anymore. Which one are you looking for?
Well, there's a couple, right? I'm going to both of them. Or I think there was 3. I'm going to all 3 of them. They're not in here anymore in this office? Or in this building?
But for what, though?
They're California state offices.
Okay, but what's the purposes?
Well, that's kind of personal.
No, it's not. I'm security and I have to know. Because they have to know what's going on. We can't just have people coming in here recording.
Well, their California state offices are open to the public, right? Well, if they're open to the public, they're open to the public. It doesn't matter what I'm here for, but it's a little personal. I don't want to get into that with you. I can talk to them when I get there, but it's a public office. So you stopped me for my camera? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't record in here.
Well, in the public offices, I can. So that's what I'm looking for.
What do you look for?
The state offices.
He's recording.
Oh yeah, you can go to 8. That's open. That's public.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. She doesn't seem to understand that. She wanted me to tell her what I'm here for and all that stuff.
She's just security. She just wants to ask
I'm doing
questions.
my job.
Well,
So, no,
that's not your job, though. I disagree.
You can go ahead. He said
It's a
8.
privately owned building. It's state,
I
so
get
it's a
that.
little different. So 8 is open.
I know in the lease agreement, it says in the state, and I've read them. You're just gonna walk off. Cool, awesome, professional. Thanks, babe. Love your professionalism.
You can go upstairs to the 8th floor.
I'm being very professional. I thought I was just speaking to you, not being a clown like you are. Yeah, your business isn't what everybody's business is. Oh, I'm going to the state offices. That's it.
8th floor.
Okay, about your day then. What was your name?
That doesn't matter.
Allied Security. Okay, it's fine. I can file a complaint with Allied.
Okay,
I'll
fine.
just get a good picture.
That's fine. Just go. If you're going, go.
I'm gonna go.
Leroy.
Yeah, I'm going. Jesus Christ. It was a simple, weird. That was just weird. I'm not even gonna entertain these people.
Going down.
But yeah, that guy was a straight clown for no reason. I don't understand what the point of that was. He said the 8th floor. There ain't shit on the 8th floor. Nah, this ain't it. Where's the other department at? Oh, they must all be in here. Gotcha. That makes sense now. You going in here?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't mean to block you.
No, I didn't mean to get in your video.
Oh, you're all good. Facilities development. Oh, look, there's a camera there. Any other cameras? I don't see any other cameras, just that camera.
The encounter began as what appeared to be a routine traffic stop on a Pennsylvania highway. The driver immediately started recording and asked the officer for his name and badge number. After identifying himself as Officer O'Donnell, badge number 419, the officer requested the driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. Instead of simply complying, the driver challenged the officer's authority and insisted that he only had to show the documents rather than hand them over. The conversation quickly became hostile as both sides grew frustrated. What could have been a simple exchange was already turning into a heated dispute about rights, authority, and legal obligations.
Was there not? I could have swore there was more state offices in this building.
Yeah, they moved to our new building once too,
Where is that at?
on Richards Boulevard.
300 Richards or something like that? Richards. Okay. Okay.
Who do you work for?
Just myself. Yeah, I'm self-employed, so that's why I get to go out dressed like this.
No,
Look
that's,
like.
that's I was just wondering what you were doing here. Are you going to post it on the internet?
No, I don't have an intention of posting this on the internet right here. Right now, at least. Yeah. Nope, not yet. Not.
Did you talk to the building owner or
What do you mean, the building owner?
the building owner to come in here and do this? Who do you work for?
I work for myself. Yeah. No, I didn't talk to the building.
This is a privately owned building. We lease it from Chavez.
Yeah. No, I didn't talk to the building owner at all. Nope. I seen the security downstairs, but that was about it. That's the only people I've talked to here, besides you, obviously.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I haven't talked to them or anything. But
What are
you got
the video. What's the whole purpose behind it?
you guys are a state Oh, I thought that said OSHA. You guys are a state agency, right? Entity.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
but we're the
We don't-
building department, so it's like Kaiser and Mercy and all those hospitals are here only.
gotcha. Hold on. You're the building department.
For hospitals.
You're the hospital building
See right
department.
there? This is the
Gotcha.
hospital.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was looking for, the other one was called, community development, I think. It was something else.
Yeah, no, they moved it to the.
Yeah.
they're not here.
That's where I was going. But yeah, since I'm here, I figured I'll take some
Good
shots. And
afternoon, State of California, Oshpod. This is Felix. How can I help you? Freelance. Did you get permission from the building owner?
Did you get permission from the building owner to be in here with the camera?
what? Oh, again,
It's private property. You got to go.
this is a public office right here.
No.
No.
Yeah, it
if
is.
they're having hearings here, if they're having any kind of hearings here, you're welcome to go ahead and record. But right now, this is a private building.
No, I understand the building's privately owned, but this is a California state
It
entity.
does not matter. The only time you can be in here recording is when they're having some kind of legal session in here, some kind of rally or administration thing. You cannot come in here in a privately owned building just because it's state doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it does. And they're
No, it
ten.
doesn't. So
And they're-
this is what we're gonna do.
Hold on, I'm gonna speak.
You're refusing
De-escalate.
to leave.
Get louder.
So the cops are gonna be called.
Get
and you're gonna
louder.
Be arrested for trespassing.
Get louder.
Dude, they're going to call you.
I'm okay with that. Get louder. I'm lucky. You're threatening me now. I'm trying to speak with you. I can get public records here, which is what I'm doing. It's called public records, bud. Public records.
You are gonna be arrested for trespassing.
Well,
Stupid?
that's what you think.
No, it's not what I.
In the
think, it's
lease
what I
agreement,
know.
this office is open during public hours to the
Let me tell you
public, and I'm
something.
getting
This building
public
is
records.
pre-owned just because
I
this
understand
is
that.
public,
I
just
know
because
very
this is
well what
state
I'm talking
public.
about, and I've already talked to the
Okay.
security guards downstairs, and they said,
No,
"Yeah,
you didn't,
yeah, I
because
did,
they didn't
I
know you
did."
came up here.
They
That's why
told
I'm
me,
up here.
Louder, bud, louder.
You know what?
De-escalate, bud. De-escalate. Why do you go there? When somebody doesn't jump, you wanna, you like wanna be physical and loud. I don't get it. I have on video. I'm not liberal. I have on video them. Listen to me. I have on video the security guards telling me, "Yep, you can go to the 8th floor. That's public. That's the State Department." On video.
Record in here, bud.
They told me with my camera. I recorded them telling me.
You're gonna be arrested.
Okay, good luck with that.
You're an idiot.
You're likewise, babe. Take care, huh?
Fuck off.
Yep. Take care. Have a good day. Shit. Yep. Talk as you go down the elevator, tough guy.
As the officer continued requesting the documents, the driver repeatedly argued that Pennsylvania law only required him to display them. He refused to physically hand them over and accused the officer of exceeding his authority. The officer insisted that he needed the documents in his possession to conduct the traffic stop properly. The driver's aggressive language and constant challenges increased the tension. Rather than focusing on the original traffic violation, the encounter transformed into a debate over legal interpretations. Both men stood firm, creating an atmosphere where cooperation disappeared and confrontation became the dominant tone of the interaction.
But either way, my First Amendment right's official
No, the
business.
public records warehouse is on another street.
So I can request them through you guys, and then it's on you guys. The onus is on you guys.
For a hospital.
No. I'm getting employees' names and salaries and phone bill records and other stuff. I'm not getting that stuff. Those are all public records as well. Yeah, so I can request them through you guys, and the onus is on you to give them to your PIO.
Blueprints, sir.
No, what I'm saying is employees' names and phone bills, the tenant lease agreement, these are all public records. Yeah. And so I can request them through you guys. You send them, hold on, you send them, the state law says so. You send them to your, I know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys send them to your PIO, and then he gets them to me however, right? So I'm trying to get public records, and apparently I'm being yelled and, right, I can give it to you guys. What the hell is going on here? What's the problem?
There's no problem. It's just a year.
That's who handles it.
But the state law says I can turn them in here and then, I know I can turn it in here and you guys send it over. That's what the law says.
Right now.
Huh? Okay, can I, okay. Oh boy. All right. Well, they're unhelpful. I'm just going to document your name. Is this guy's name. I'm not going to stay and get yelled at and screamed at for bullshit simply because I have a camera and I'm a journalist working on a story. I'll go down and wait for the police. They'll tell you guys I'm good. I'll come right back in. I'll see you in a minute.
If you have a public record,
I do, but you guys are yelling at me and telling me I have to leave. The other guy was yelling, man. You guys are telling me I have to leave and I can't be here and all this crazy stuff. Well, I'm trying to abide by the lie that I can't be here. I'll go talk to the police about it. I know I can be here. Right? I'm trying to get public records. You guys are refusing. Okay, can I put in my request or not? I don't work for a hospital. I'm going to request the employees' names. I'm going to request his name who was just talking to me, right? I'm going to get your guys' names, employee files, phone bills, things like that. But since you guys are basically refusing to take the request, telling me to give it to legal, he told me to give it to legal. That's it. I'm gonna take that as a refusal. It's a violation of the law, and I'll have my lawyer send a suit over. So it doesn't make sense, but what I'll do in order just to alleviate the nonsense is I'll just come down. I'll wait for the PD, and then we will see. Which door should I wait for them at so they can tell you guys are wrong. Well, they just said I can get public records. That's what I'm here to do. But with all your yelling, I said I'll come down and talk to. Back up, buddy.
Property.
Back up.
You cannot record in here.
You're wrong. In the state office, I can record.
Let me tell you
Look
something.
at this guy's getting close.
Private property.
Back up.
Get the hell out of here.
Back up.
Get out of here.
Back up.
Get out of here.
Back up.
Do something.
So you do something.
Do something.
Likewise.
You know, you're one of these fucking YouTubers that come in and cause trouble, huh?
I'm not
Get
back
the fuck out of
anymore.
here, bro.
Yeah, take that guy away. He's a loose cannon. You're a lawsuit waiting to happen. I'm going to wait for the police so they can tell you guys are wrong.
No,
Simple.
Fine. You can wait for the cops. It's fine.
Yeah. All right, stupid fuck. Get out of my face and quit cussing at me and calling me names, right?
It's enough.
I'll be here.
Guy.
Anytime. All right, cool. Grow a couple inches. Let me have a cordial conversation here.
Sure. So this building is
Jesus.
private property.
I get
It's not
that.
a state-owned building.
I get that.
So I know there is.
It's a state agency, and in the tenant lease agreement, it says that you're making the building is available for the public 8 to 5, whatever the work hours are,
Right.
to go to the state agency.
Yeah.
I can record there because I'm a journalist gathering content, and so I'm just trying to ask him about public record. But he came up and yelled and created a scene like you just saw him do right here. And so I said, okay, I'll come down, I'll wait for the cops, and maybe they can calm the situation down. And then I'll go back up and get my records. You guys have stopped me from getting my records at this point. So I'm just trying to get public records and be on my way, man. I got a camera. It's not a grenade or something, you know?
Right.
And I'm not going to go all through the building. I literally went I asked them where it was. They told me 8. I went right there. I'm not going to every floor or nothing like that. So
Right.
I understand I can't, but I can go to the
you
State
can
Department.
definitely go to
And
their
I can
spot,
record
yeah.
while doing it. Yeah.
So in the private building though.
I
I know there's public access.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing as like protesting. It's kind of a gray area, especially
Right.
when it's
And
a
I'm-
private building and there's public access here. So it's kind of like, okay.
The driver claimed the officer attempted to open his vehicle door and criticized him for demanding compliance. He repeatedly questioned the officer's actions and mocked him for requesting backup. According to the driver, he was exercising constitutional rights and testing whether public officials understood the limits of their authority. The officer, however, remained focused on obtaining the required documents and completing the stop. This disagreement reflected a larger conflict often seen in similar encounters. Citizens asserting constitutional protections while officers attempt to enforce traffic laws. Neither side appeared willing to compromise, causing the confrontation to grow increasingly intense and personal.
Public, you mean, not
No,
private.
No, public you can do it. That's fine.
Right.
The only thing is why it's confusing is because of private buildings that are owned privately, not by the
Right.
state or anything like that. You can't record. But
yeah.
the thing is like, okay, well, if there's a state entity here,
Yeah,
then that's where it's always so confusing.
That's where
It's
we
like,
can
okay, well,
record.
how does it work then? Where can you actually?
See, this
record,
guy's
where can you
cool
not?
when actually speaking with me.
So that's the only.
Yeah.
Even for me, I'm like,
I
know I'm not a cop.
I can solve
I'm
that for you.
but
Yeah.
I know like private property you can't record.
Well, if
And
the
that's why-
owner
that's why
says you
this is
can't,
like-
right? If
Well,
the
yeah,
owner of the
there's
building
gotta
says
be
you can
signs
or,
and stuff
or
for that too,
whatever,
right?
yeah, there's supposed to be signs. But because there's a state, we can go through the public access
Right.
up the thing. We can record while doing it, right? Anywhere I can go legally to get to that state office, I can record. And
that's
and
what I
that's
would think.
that's where they opened it up when they did the
Yeah.
tenant lease agreement. I've gotten them before. Every state one is like copy paste. It always says you're opening the building up to the public between the hours of
Yeah.
8 to 5, and they signed on to that when they rent to the state agency.
Right.
So I went up
that's what I
there,
would think.
and those guys were being cool. They were fine, and I asked them for public records, and they're like, "We can get them." But that guy came in, yelling, calling me a bitch, and all this other stuff. And you're going to jail. I'm calling the cops, and I was like, "Let me just alleviate some of this. I'll come down and go out. I'll wait for the police. I'll speak with them. If you guys want me to not wait on the property, I could do that. Just let me know. I'm good to be here." Okay.
Because that building right there is not even occupied. That's why I talked to you in the first place, and you tried to get in.
Yeah, because there's supposed to be one office in there. They've moved. I found out up here they've moved to like Richards Boulevard or something like that.
No. They were in this building. That building has never been occupied. That building's not even.
Oh,
finished
this
being
one's
built. So this
2020. Got you.
This used to have HCD in it, but they left like end of July, June last year.
Yeah, maybe I should have just talked to you in the beginning. I thought you were like stalking me or something. I'm like, let me just get away from this guy. I think he wants problems. You clearly see what I deal with, and
Well,
so
see, that's the thing. Like, I had a feeling because the way with the camera and stuff, I had a feeling you were an auditor. So I'm like, either that, or, which is funny because like then there was another lady that drove up and talked to me and was like, oh, he's just a YouTuber. It's like all the auditors I see are on YouTube.
yeah.
So, so I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So hopefully the cops will come and we can de-escalate the situation. I can put in for my records and
Right.
we just move on. Who was that guy? Is he maintenance or something?
No. So,
He said you guys didn't have no clue I was there and recording or anything. And I was like, I talked to the lady right at the front desk. At first she told me I couldn't record. She's like, you can't have that in here. And I'm like, well, hold on, there's a state office. I'm just going there. And then some guy in a white shirt, like an older gentleman, a little older than maybe me and you, he popped out and was like, yeah, hey, you can go ahead. You can record up there.
Yeah,
and so it wasn't a problem until the small guy came out. You know what I mean?
yeah.
He's doing a little too much steroids, man.
Yeah,
There's no need for that. We're all grown men, bro. We can hurt each other if we want to, but do you really want to go there? I don't. I'm not interested. That's why I was backing up and putting the camera on both of us, because if he hits me, one, it's a lawsuit for the building, and two, like, I'm defending the fuck out of myself. So, interesting point of view.
Let me go see Let me go ask him real quick what's going on.
Yeah, it was that guy. I think he was the one who talked to me.
Yeah, that's Clay.
Yeah. He was very clear. Go ahead. And I told the little dude that. He's like, no, they don't fucking know you're here. And he freaked out. I'm like, dude,
I'm one.
what's the little guy's name?
Let me go check it real quick.
Let me know, man.
A second officer arrived at the scene after being called for assistance. The driver immediately attempted to gain support for his interpretation of the law, explaining that he had already displayed his documents and should not be forced to surrender them. The backup officer listened carefully and acknowledged the driver's concerns, but avoided directly criticizing his fellow officer. Instead, he emphasized that traffic stops require drivers to identify themselves and provide documentation when requested. While the conversation remained civil compared to earlier exchanges, the driver continued arguing that his rights were being violated. The arrival of backup did little to reduce the overall tension.
Couldn't really find out that they did talk to the cops, but they said they'll send somebody. If they don't need to send anybody if he leaves, then whatever. If they do, I don't know. It's kind of confusing. If they do send somebody, I don't know how long it'll take because I don't think it was a non-emergency line.
Oh, it's going to take forever.
It wouldn't be the first time that they showed up here.
An hour late.
Well, it took 2 or 3.
Took them like an hour yesterday,
Oh, really?
and then like 7 of them showed up. The Highway Patrol and the SAC PD. And it was funny, yesterday the Highway Patrol goes, there's nothing, at first he's like, hey, you got to go, they want you gone. And I'm like, hey, state offices. He's like, yeah, private building. I go, state offices, I can be here. And he realized I wasn't going to back down, and he's like, okay, he told them, yeah, he can be here. There's nothing I can do. They talked more. It was all good. They were about to leave, and then SAC PD showed up and was like, they heard, and they're like, oh, we're going to trespass, give you a trespass warning. I'm like, that's why I brought the trespass code today. I'm like, it clearly says right here, you can't trespass me from any building with public access, not a private building that doesn't have public offices, even though the public can go in, it's not public access, right? Defined by law. Public entities, public services are public access.
Right.
And so I'm like, it clearly says you can't trespass me from a public access building because of my constitutional rights. If I do something else, if I jump up and down and don't let these people in front of the window and don't let them work or something like that, yeah, they can trespass me, but they did it anyways. And so we'll see. I have routes I got to take with that, but
Yeah.
I came back today because I wasn't done. They held me up over there for like 2.5, 3 hours, and I was actually trying to come do all this yesterday. So never know, maybe that guy wouldn't have been here yesterday and it would have been better. Well, are we saying, because I came out, one, to alleviate violence, right? I thought dude was going to come back up and we were going to get physical. I didn't want to do that. So I didn't know I was going to run into him again down here, right? So when I did, I'm like, oh, shit, I'm trying to get away from this dude, and here he is. But, and two, just to alleviate the concern of whether we can or can't, the police can tell you guys, and then I'll go back up. But if you guys are saying, yeah, you're good to go to that floor and do your public records while recording, then I'll go back in and do it and be on my way. Yeah. So it's up to you guys. What are you guys telling me to do here?
As far as I know, yeah, no, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
All right, I'm gonna go back in. I'm on camera telling me I'm good. So
Probably do it before.
I know that guy's he's a loose cannon, man. Okay. Do one of you guys maybe want to roll with me, so if that happens, we can just get my records and go, and that guy don't freak out again, or?
Just in case, like in case he comes back.
We're up to 8:30?
Yeah, I'm just going to the state office. I'm going to do a records request and be out of here.
Okay.
Cool. All right. He said it's good. He said I could come back in, I can record, I can do it on the 8th floor. I'm not going to no other floors because I know they're private. Just going to the state office.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it so we can get going. Hey, thank you, bro. What was your name? Your first name? Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
No problem.
Apparently he's gone. Maybe he's talking to his bosses about what happened. Oh, there he is. Awesome.
So
All
he wants to,
Can we do a public records request now?
blueprints for what hospital?
I'm not getting blueprints.
We don't have any other kind, sir. This is what we do. We're the hospital building department.
Yeah, no. You guys have employee records. That's what I'm getting.
You can't have access to our employee records.
Of course, I can. Whether you agree or disagree, I would.
I've never done it. I've been here 16 years.
I would ask you guys to call your PIO and find out, because it's
PIO?
your public information officer. It's a state law. You guys just have to follow. And I know you guys maybe aren't used to it. They already gave me permission to come back in, so whether they come or not, I can be in here, and that's from the security. So. Yeah, I'm just trying to do my records request and be on my way. So.
Well, let me get the attorneys down.
Okay, that'll work. Yeah, let's do it through them. That's cool.
The discussion shifted away from the traffic violation and toward constitutional rights. The driver argued that handing over identification documents could potentially be self-incriminating and claimed he was entitled to greater protections. He described himself as a citizen journalist dedicated to accountability and transparency, operating a YouTube channel focused on public officials. The officer responded respectfully, acknowledging the driver's right to express his opinions while explaining that traffic laws still applied. Despite moments of calmer conversation, the driver continued accusing officers of routinely violating citizens' rights. The encounter became less about driving behavior and more about competing interpretations of government authority.
To my
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The way it works is we can write it down, turn it into you guys. You guys forward it to wherever it needs to go. And they should really tell you that. I mean, you should have the training on it. Unless this office itself isn't open to the public, but from what I understand.
I told you, if you're a hospital, it's a public, but you're not with a...
But the public can come in and ask for records or speak to you guys
For a
about other
hospital,
stuff.
yeah.
For anything, yeah. Whatever,
No, I
hospital
didn't
or
say
whatever.
Anything.
Okay. I never said you said anything. I said I know the public record laws allow me to come grab public records at this. That's what I'm saying.
I've never heard that. But,
And-
I don't know everything.
And this is open to the public because it's not restricted. We can come right in, go up the elevator, come here. So that's what makes it open to the public as far as the law goes.
Here we have who he calls himself an independent journalist, and he's videotaping. He claims to be wanting some kind of public information records for employees. I don't think that I think he needs to hear from an attorney. Can you have Ryan come down?
Oh, the attorneys will know.
All right, so it has to be done by email? Okay.
Well, let them know that the law says I can do it written or verbal. So I'm doing it here.
I'm talking to an attorney right now.
But they don't know what they're talking about. I'm doing it in
You
person.
saying our attorneys don't?
Yeah, the law doesn't say I have to do it by email. The attorney knows it's a law. So tell him that. I'm doing it in person. I can talk to him if
Okay,
you want.
Thank you. That's not right. We're just going to wait for the police to come.
Now they're going to wait for the police to come instead of taking the public records.
They're coming, right?
Who knows how long, but yeah, they'll be here eventually.
Have a seat.
All right, so
I can give you the email where you can make your public records. It's going to go to the attorney's office, and then they'll process it. That's the way we do it. And the attorney just told me.
They're wrong. I'll take the email and I'll email them, and
just have them do it.
I'll just talk to the PIO, and then they'll tell you guys. You guys will get training on it because that's what you need. You clearly don't know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure.
No, I know, and the attorney didn't either. It's not just an email. Like, we can do them in person because the law says written or verbally, right, at a location. So I know. I'm informing you so that you know. Because you'll run into it again. I guarantee when my video comes out, there will be 15, 20 more guys doing the same thing right here because you guys are untrained, right? And they're going to want to see it. So I know it's one of them things, man. So yeah, I'll take the email. I'll be on my way. I'll be around the area. If the police want to find me, that's fine. I have everybody on camera saying I can be in here, so no big deal. What is this? Office of the Director. Right here. Look at access to public records. It's right here. Here you go. Read that. It says we can have them and inspect them right here.
Yeah.
Look at this. Inspection of records. I can inspect and ask for records right
You're
here.
looking at, sir. You're interpreting it the way you want to.
No, I know the law. I know it well. The requester should request for health facility license. Cool. All right, cool. I'll either be back up or not. We'll see you guys later. We'll see. All right, so this is all I needed. I'm gonna get the email. I'll talk to their PIO. By the way, that's a refusal. Just an
After reviewing the situation, the officer returned with 2 citations, one for careless driving and another for failing to maintain a lane. The driver immediately rejected the allegations and insisted his camera footage would prove his innocence in court. The officer explained the procedures for responding to the citations and warned of potential consequences for failing to address them. Rather than discussing the evidence, the driver accused the government of using traffic enforcement as a form of extortion. The officer maintained a professional demeanor and repeatedly explained that the matter could ultimately be resolved through the court system if the driver chose to challenge the citations.
From the sidewalk, really.
For what reason?
Just for myself. I can't get into it right now.
Okay.
So
it's a security risk for you to be filming the bank and our customers. I ask that you stop filming our customers in the drive up and our bank, okay?
I'm not gonna stop filming. So
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna be here too much longer. I mean, I don't know.
I'll have someone come and talk to you then, okay?
All right, sounds good.
What's your name?
I don't give my name.
Okay.
Hello, can I just get your name and badge number so I know who I'm talking to?
Absolutely. Officer Higgins, badge number is 3529.
All right, nice to meet you. I would shake your hand, but
Yeah, looks like you.
yeah.
Rotator cuff? Or?
Labrum and bicep tendon, so.
I used to work in the medical field, and
Oh, yeah.
I would say better you than me, but that would be insensitive. So, how'd you injure it?
Wrestling.
Wrestling? Okay. Where do you wrestle?
I'm not going to answer those types of questions, so.
So, reason I'm out here, I received a complaint from the staff at the bank. Okay.
Yep.
They stated that you were inside the building filming.
No, never inside the building. Nothing like that.
Okay. So yeah, so they said that initially you were outside on the sidewalk like you are right now, which is totally fine.
Yep.
But they said that you had come into the bank onto their property and you were filming inside the bank.
No, that seems like a false police report to me, so that's a crime, so I would definitely go investigate that, but yeah, no.
And I'll definitely be following up with them as well.
All right.
Okay. So basically, I'm just making sure you're okay, making sure everything's good. They were concerned since you had obviously the sling and everything.
Oh, yeah.
They stated, or they reported that they commented to you that they advised that you stop filming inside of the building. You told them that you couldn't stop, and that's when you left the building. Does any of that sound familiar?
No, I was actually right here. I put my camera down, and I was about to leave, and then I was turned this way, and then I heard one of them come out, and then like standing right here, and they said that I had to stop filming, and I just told her, yeah, I'm not gonna stop the camera. So, and then she went back in there.
So they came out to you while you were on the sidewalk.
Yep.
And talked to you. Okay, that's fair. Do you mind just giving me your name so I can check to make sure that you don't have any warrants or anything crazy like that?
Just Jacob.
Okay. Well, I'm going to need your full name. Anytime I have contact with someone, I have to identify.
I'm not going to identify myself. I keep that information pretty private. So
the issue with that is I'm conducting an investigation regarding a complaint right now. Okay.
Yep.
So if you refuse to identify yourself, then I may have to take you into custody because you are failing to follow through with identifying yourself.
I mean, unless I've committed a crime, I don't identify myself.
That would be obstruction.
That's a secondary offense. You have to commit a crime before.
It would be obstruction if you fail to identify yourself when I'm conducting an investigation regarding you.
I'm gonna challenge you on that one. Do you have a supervisor that?
Absolutely.
All right, can he come out here then?
2852, you want to stop all
Even after receiving the citations, the driver continued questioning the officer about policing priorities. He suggested that officers spent more time targeting ordinary drivers than pursuing serious criminals. The officer responded that traffic enforcement is an important public safety function, while also noting that law enforcement handles criminal investigations when necessary. The driver remained unconvinced and continued criticizing the profession. Their exchange highlighted a broader public debate about the role of police in society. While the officer attempted to explain departmental responsibilities, the driver viewed traffic enforcement as evidence of misplaced priorities and government overreach.
But you should definitely investigate that false police report, because that seems like a big waste of resources to me.
That is absolutely my intention. But you're the person that I had contact with first, so I wanted to get your side of the story before I go in and get their side of the story as well.
Well, you have my side.
Yep, exactly. And that's what I'm attempting to continue and follow up on.
All right.
Okay, so this is my supervisor. This is Officer Abbott. Hi.
Badge number?
We don't have badge numbers. We have employee numbers, 252.
Oh, sounds good.
Okay. So I'm just going to kind of explain what's going on and everything and what you've told me thus far, and then we can go from there. So basically I advised him of the complaint. He stated that he was never inside the bank, never on their property, only on the sidewalk.
Yep.
He stated that staff came out, had contact with him here. He advised them that he was not going to stop filming.
Okay.
I said, as long as he's not on their property, he's on the sidewalk, that's totally fine.
100%.
No issue with that whatsoever. I asked him to identify himself. He told me that his first name is Jacob. He refuses to identify himself any further.
Okay.
I told him that I am right here, right now, conducting an investigation regarding a complaint that I received from the bank. And if he were to refuse to identify himself, that could be considered obstruction. He states that that's secondary to the investigation and it does not matter and does not want to identify himself at this time.
That's fine.
And that's when he asked if he could talk to a supervisor. So I said absolutely.
Nope, super simple. They just said you were filming some of the people going through the ATMs. They thought it was an invasion of privacy. You might be trying to get some people's PIN numbers or something. That was their main concern.
Yeah, I don't even think this camera could.
Probably not.
Yeah,
Probably
no.
not. That was their main concern, was just privacy issues for people's bank accounts and stuff like that. I told them already that if you're on the sidewalk, you can film. There's no problem with that. I'm not going to force you to identify yourself or anything like that. They just don't want you on their property.
Yep.
So if you
yep.
stay on the public sidewalk, you're good to go, man.
All right, yeah, sounds good. I was about to head out, but I'm gonna stick around a little bit longer so it doesn't look like I got chased away, and then yeah, I'll be on my way. So
That's fine.
Do you have any other questions for us at all then?
other than, I mean, it was definitely a false police report if they said that I was in there with the camera. So I mean,
It
So
didn't sound like you were in there. They said over by the ATMs is how they put it.
oh, all right.
So that would be over by the ATMs. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're actually on the property, but
Yeah.
Yep.
The only-
And like
I
I
don't
said, I had contact with you and talked to you. I hadn't gotten information from them yet.
Yep.
We
All
got
right.
additional information. So that's
So
what we
nothing that
got.
puts you against a state statute, city ordinance, nothing like that will force identification. So no problem with that. Do your thing. Enjoy
All right.
recording. Just do me a favor, just stay out of the driveway.
Yep. Yep.
Obviously due to safety issues, but if you
Yep.
want to record and do your thing, obviously that's your right. So,
I'm not getting in the way of anybody or anything like
all right,
that.
Jake,
so
any questions, man? Otherwise, we're gonna let you do your thing.
no, I don't think so.
All right,
Just
take care of yourself.
Yep. Have a good one.
Good luck with the recovery. Have that shoulder.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
Everything all squared away in there?
Yep, we're good to go.
All right. Sounds good. Have a good one.
How long you gotta have that brace on still?
About 4 more weeks. So yeah, I got surgery 2 weeks ago.
Rotator?
Labrum and bicep tendon. So
Ouch.
yeah, it sucked. Yeah, and then physical therapy after that, that's gonna be forever too. So
Lifting or what?
wrestling.
Oh, I was a wrestler.
Oh yeah. What weight class?
Well, I'm 39 now, but I
Yeah.
wrestled 17 years. High school was like 145.
Oh nice.
So, long ages ago.
Yep.
Ages
Yep.
ago. You look a lot younger than me.
Yep.
All right, man. You take care of yourself.
Yep. You too.
I will try my best.
So the supervisor was very professional, knew our rights, upheld them. So that's what we like to see. In case you were wondering.
The video later shifted to another encounter involving the same individual and officers outside a police facility. The man used profanity toward officers and argued that his speech was protected under the First Amendment. Some officers warned that disorderly conduct could become an issue depending on the circumstances, while others encouraged him to disengage and move on. The confrontation raised familiar questions about free speech, public conduct, and police authority. Ultimately, no arrest occurred, but the exchange illustrated the ongoing tension between activists who test constitutional boundaries and officers responsible for maintaining public order. The incident ended, but the debate surrounding it continued.